Me and my girlfriend have been binging everything in Marvel since Endgame. With Doomsday coming out, I gotta get caught up. Now, before y'all come at me and start saying I'm a LARPer because I didn't keep watching after Endgame, I know y'all did the same thing. You're telling me you watched She-Hulk, Hawkeye, Miss Marvel, Secret Invasion? Nah, you didn't watch those. Now, thanks to my girlfriend, I'm pretty caught up. There's still a couple things I haven't seen, like Agartha All Along, or whatever that's called. There's still some stuff I haven't seen that I most likely will not see. Looking at y'all over there. And through the endless hours of watching these shows and movies, just to understand one Avengers movie, I realized something. What happened to Marvel? I remember when the first Avengers movie came out in 2012. It was one of the first movies I remember going and seeing as a kid. Did I watch the Iron Man and Thor movies before that? Maybe. I was 9. I don't know. But I know I love the movie. I mean, who didn't like the movie? It brought together all the characters from the storyline beforehand. But it was a good movie whether you saw them or not. You didn't need to watch a 10-hour show or 8 different movies to understand a 20-second clip within it. And there also wasn't some random cameo from the guy who served Tony Stark his martini from Iron Man 1. Did seeing all the movies beforehand probably enhance the experience a little bit? Probably. But I didn't know who Iron Man was. I didn't know who Thor or Hawkeye or all these people were. But through the movie, I fell in love with these heroes. Where this epiphany really set in was when it came to Captain America Brave New World. Now, my girlfriend really wanted to see it. She was up to date on everything. I was not. So when we went to the theater, I wasn't expecting Chris Evans, Steve Rogers. I knew he wasn't Captain America anymore. I knew Sam Wilson was the new Cap, but I didn't know anything else going on in the story. Now, before you say,
why would you go see a movie you have no idea what's going on in?
I feel like the movie's supposed to stand on its own and explain it to me. You don't need to read the books before seeing the Harry Potter or Hunger Games movies. They explain the plot pretty well. Quick spoiler alert if you want to watch that movie. Actually, it's not a spoiler, because it was in the trailer. The only good thing about that movie was Red Hulk, and he didn't even pop up until the last 10 minutes. Everything in the trailer that you see of Red Hulk is like 80% of Red Hulk in the film. There's maybe 2 extra scenes of the guy. And don't even get me started on the leader. You're telling me this guy in the movie is supposed to be this guy in the comics? Why does he look like this? Why is his brain hanging out? It's not even the same character. I mean, they already had the prosthetic done for a more accurate comic version of the character. Why did we do this? But I digress. Marvel used to be the movies you could just take the family to, and it would be a good isolated story, as well as adding some plot to the overarching stuff if you're one of the fans that cares. Now imagine some parents trying to take their kid to see that Captain America Brave New World movie. They may have not seen anything of Marvel except like Iron Man 2 and Thor Ragnarok. This movie would make no sense to them. They wouldn't even have an idea as to why Sam Wilson is the new Captain America. Hell, they might not even know who Sam Wilson is. Alright, I need to calm down. I did some research and some math with watch time, statistics, whatever, y'all don't really care. Roughly 14 million Disney Plus accounts watched through Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Over 30 million people saw Brave New World. That's less than half of the audience, which explains why the movie was received so poorly. Half the people didn't understand what was going on because they don't want to pay $12 a month to watch 8 hours of content for it. That's roughly 4 movies of watch time taking place in between Endgame and the Captain America Brave New World movie that you just don't have. Now, I understand it's up to me. If I wanted the movie to make complete, full sense, I should have watched the show. But that's not fair to me as a consumer. I have seen every Captain America standalone film. The only series of Captain Americas that I did not watch is this Captain America and the Winter Soldier show.
What was that?
This Captain America. And somehow, with just 8 episodes of that show, I went from knowing everything about Captain America to knowing nothing. Now, I do want to end this video off on a good note. I think Marvel's pretty good, and I'm super excited for Doctor Doom, don't get me wrong. I'm also really excited for this new X-Men reboot. Jace Norman should have been Cyclops though. I mean, come on. Look at him. And he was already a superhero for most of his life, so we got that acting down. But I want Marvel to succeed, man. This is our childhood. The heroes we grew up wanting to be for Halloween and defending who would win in a fight to all our friends at school. They just gotta slow down a little bit on the shows. I'm not saying stop. Some of them are good. I enjoyed Loki until he kissed himself at the end of season 1. I enjoyed WandaVision through the entire thing. But just slow down. There's no reason I should need to watch 11 shows on your platform in order to understand Doomsday. If each show is 8 hours, that's 4 movies long. That's 44 movies worth of info that definitely could have been condensed. But yeah, thanks for listening to me rant about Marvel nowadays. I just feel like they're doing a little too much. Except for Spider-Man. I will watch anything they do with him. Like, comment, and subscribe, or whatever. I don't know. I've been editing this for hours. I'm so tired.